Hello YouTube, thank you for tuning in. Just wanted to introduce you to my new 5x5x3. I had a Shangshou 5x5 and I thought what to do with it, and I decided to make one of these, and it turned out absolutely brilliant. I loved it. Played with it a few times over the last few weeks. Well, not few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. I built it, dropped it a couple of times, playing with it. See if you can zoom into that. There it is. If you can see that, it just did that sticker. I have to replace that, but the whole thing turned out so well. Originally, as I was concerned, it looked a little bit too pillowed, but when looking at it, it does not look bad. It actually looks really good. It worked out very well. I measured that to make sure that extension, it's all done by extensions. If you look at them side by side, let me pick it, different colors there. Side by side, it's very slightly extended from each end. These are about, I think they're 6 millimeters extended from each direction, so keeps that QB there perfectly square. What I didn't want to shave it down too much so it get the curve bit there. I wanted to make sure this face stays truly square to its original shape, and I managed to get it to absolute, I don't know if you can tell, it just starting, you can tell if you can pull it aside, there's very little of the body left. After this level it goes into mechanism and it starts curving, so I had to stop in that point. Put it side by side. If you look at it, there is not even a full cube. I think it's just about a half a cube thinner than a 5x5, but a full cube wider in each direction. Stick to the original colors of Rubik's Cube. It's all hand stickered, cut, painted. I decided to paint it. So I don't know if you can tell, the video can pick that up or not. I have a very rubbish video recorder. I do apologize for that, but all the gaps has been filled, painted, and looks amazing. What is even better than the way it looks is the way it feels. It feels heavy. I use putty for all the fillers. I want to see how heavy it'll turn out to begin with. I've seen on a video on other modders that they use like masking tape to fill it out first, then put a putty in. I didn't. It's fully filled with a putty, so it feels quite heavy. When it's quite heavy, I think it's 450 grams, which is fairly heavy. I like the feel of the weight, but what's even more amazing is the way this thing turns. Let me first show you a checkerboard pattern so you can see the contrast of colors. Then we'll go to the movement. There's a black and yellow, orange and red, and green and blue. So I thought the color contrast was pretty good. I liked it. Originally I was concerned about the color of my blue. I thought it was too dark, but it doesn't seem that way, so that worked out really well. Let me see what else I can tell you about this. Corner cutting on this is a bit I have to talk about that in a second. A bit disappointed with it, but I suppose that goes with territory of bandaging. But the turning on this thing, then if you can hear the sound, it's very smooth. There's no clicking, there's no spring noise. It's very smooth turning. But more importantly, now this is the impressive part. Let me line it all up and I hold the end. Now look at that. That turns there on its own. Very hard. The end panels are so smooth that there is no transfer of energy throughout the rest of them. So if I hold these two, I can just turn that one finger. So smooth this thing is. Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. There is no transfer, but that is not it. The same thing happens to the two. If I hold these two, that it's turns so well. During the play at times, sometimes it can get annoying because the whole thing would not stay still. If you don't hold it, you just overshoot quite easily. Look at that. And then bring it to 2 of them. Well, it didn't work quite the way I hoped, but it is really smooth. I love it. Absolutely love the way this thing moves. The corner cutting is somewhat curious. Forward one has none. It just does not corner cut. There's very little corner cut. It doesn't matter what level I take it, it just catches. But reverse cutting is still reverse cut really well, just like a Shangshu would do. That's a full QB. If you look at that, almost a full QB across, and it's still back corner cuts. The same with, there. So as far as that goes, if I go that way around again, look. A full QB across, a forward cuts. But that way around, it just will not budge at all. So I don't know what the names of these things are, but as I said, if it's that way, it will still corner cut. But the other way around, it just will not budge. This will not move. But it does not pop. And not only that, if you look at that, the tension on that one, it's pretty tight together. It just hardly moves. Yeah, it's fairly tight to get in all directions, but still moves really well, and that's still corner cuts. So as far as movement goes, I am more than happy. Corner cutting is not meant to be corner cut that much, but it still does. You just have to watch out which way around you do it. Does it really well. With practice it'll come in, hopefully. I am not the fastest cuber. Well, I'm actually a very slow cuber, so for me it's perfect. The way the whole thing moves, let me just give you a mixed version of it. Well, shape shifting, to see how that works. I love the way it shape shifts. As you know, for 5x5x3, it needs to be 180 degree mixed first before you do shape shifting modes. I don't want to go in detail, I just want to quickly show you how the whole thing moves. But oh, my doggy has come in. Yes, go on. Let me be for now. Because it's been extended from every direction, when you move it up, it's quite a dramatic extension, which is I like. Look at that. And when I mix it, mixed up, it looked so well. It looks really good. One thing I found out a problem, which I'm still trying to get used to, is alignment. Because it moves so smoothly, when you mix it up or solving it, either way, you need to make sure all layers are properly aligned. But when it's mixed, look at that. I have a nice raised panels, and dips in are pretty drastic. You can so clearly see which one belongs to well. It's not the shapes of each cube, guys. Let me just see if you can get one of those there. Look at them. The center blocks are properly still square and raised way above the other layers. So are the corner pieces. So I found it really nice. I love the look of this cube. Well, built this, how long did it take me? About 2-3 weeks roughly. I've been playing with it ever since. Come up with a couple of really good solutions how to solve it. Well, can't take all the credit. I've stole or adapted, whichever way you want to look at, or learned from Twisty Puzzling and Antonio Vivaldi's. Two of my mentors. I absolutely love watching their videos, but I took their ideas and adapted them, changed them a little bit, a couple of new algorithms and methods, strategies, what do you call them? I don't know what you call them, to make it a little bit easier. So there's no parities the way I do them, and they'll solve so much easier for me. I have to say, it is this just for me, it's easier to do it that way. You can use cuboid algorithms, or you can just use basic even layer parity algorithm to solve this thing. And it is a very nice puzzle. It's not too big to carry around, and it's not too complicated to take too long. So something to carry on for put on an office desk for perhaps, to just show everybody, especially when it's mixed up, everybody looks and says, oh my god, look at the state of this. For a new puzzler, or even an experienced puzzler, it's a really nice puzzle to sit on a desk, on an office desk or a home, and every now and then pick up for 10 minutes, have a go, solve it, and put it away, just as a hobby instead of something very complicated. Please make a comment. If you see my video, if you liked what you see, subscribe. Let me know what you think, or any ideas, any suggestion you might have about how I improve my techniques in my videos, or how to do this differently. Let me know. I'll look forward to reading your comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as you do. Bear in mind, I am new at this, so some things I probably won't be able to do, or be too ambitious of a project. So don't be disappointed and say, oh god, I can't do that, that's too hard for me for now. But I'm more than happy to have a go. I enjoy the craft as much as the solving puzzles itself. Okay, this was a 5x5 Shangshou turned into a 5x5x3. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and let me know what you think. Thank you. Bye.